day, Scorpio. This is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio. If you have Scorpio anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Let's talk a little bit about how I work readings. When doing especially a general reading, I do take into consideration the moon placement, the sun placement, and also the planetary placements and how it applies to your birth chart. And I do take that into consideration, plus what information, what Spirit is trying to communicate to us through the tarot. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, let's talk a little bit about the moon this week. There will be a new moon in the sign of Sagittarius. The new moon is a time for setting intentions. And when we're setting our intentions, let's consider Sagittarius. Sagittarius, one of their greatest needs is to search for things. In order to feel safe, they need to have a goal that brings meaning to their lives. So this week, as you're taking time to set your intentions, ask yourself, what is it? What goal is it that you can create to bring meaning to your life? Mercury is also going retrograde this week in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going to be very active in our lives this week. And with Sagittarius in retrograde, you will find that you are more open or more prone to take risk. And the positive side of that is that you will be feeling more self-confidence. You will have more confidence in moving forward in taking riskier adventures. And the foundation, the basis of your reading this week is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is about sitting back, taking time to find appreciation and to practice gratitude. And, speaking of gratitude, let's do our little 3 gratitude things that we've been doing for the past few readings. If you would like to continue practicing the gratitude jars during this reading, please note in the comments whether you would like to continue or not. And so I love a nice warm cup of herbal tea. So I'm going to write tea down here. I am a teetotaler, and really on these cooler mornings, it really does really help me start my day without too much caffeine. And what else? Oh, you know what? And I put up the Christmas tree this week. Let me put Christmas trees. I will enjoy that Christmas tree for many days to come. Thank you. And one other thing that I'm grateful for. I am grateful that I have a kind heart. And we'll just put that in the little gratitude jar. Hopefully you've been using a gratitude jar or taking time to really appreciate things about yourself. Thank you. And so this week we do see the Queen of Cups practicing gratitude. And that is driven by the 4 of Wands, the thinking, perhaps maybe we're doing a little bit of overthinking this week, Scorpio. A good way to counteract overthinking or to address overthinking is to write down, is to put in words what our thoughts actually are. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading here this week, Scorpio. And we start off with a choice, a decision about partnerships, about working with someone, moving forward, finding a passion to move forward and to celebrate. A choice, a decision. Have you made a decision about a job opportunity, about a job offer, about a new project or a new task? Or working with someone new? The choice to move forward, the choice to work with someone new, and celebrating that choice, and celebrating that victory, and celebrating that harvest. And I am not surprised to see that pentacle there, Scorpio, for you. The new moon this month, or excuse me, the new moon this week is in your house of finances. And this is a perfect time to invest in what it is that you're passionate about. And maybe there's been a project that you feel drawn to, or that you feel, or a job, or doing or creating something that you are feeling pulled to, that you are feeling drawn to. This is the perfect week to invest both your time and your finances and your energy in a project that you're feeling passionate about. Partnerships that you're feeling passionate about. I'm just really feeling that this is very creative and very emotionally fulfilling for you. And in your home life, in your personal life, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, the Hermit, and guarding your finances. Anytime we see a major arcana, that is about change, and we have three big changes here, three sudden changes, or one really big change. That change is something that was created, or something that has happened to you. And now that the change has been initiated, or now that the change has started to move, or has started to occur, you are meeting this change, you are meeting this challenge head on. And this is going to be a learning experience for you. And it's the learning experience of balance, and when to give and when not to give, when to share and when not to share. And again, going back to the planetary placements this week, that Mercury has gone retrograde in Capricorn. And we may find ourselves feeling a little bit nostalgic. And when we're feeling connected to our feelings, that is the best time to share our thoughts and open up with those that are closest to us. Letting those around us know what we need for growth and for security. There's a real opportunity for a heart-to-heart with someone or with those that are closest to you. And it's almost like sharing what you have learned about yourself, or sharing really what it is that you need for growth and security. And then we have the High Priestess card, stepping into our power. Tender heart, tender feelings, tender emotions give way to manifestation and our intuition. Scorpio, I do believe at this time you are being spiritually guided, spiritually led to follow your passions and to voice and give credibility to your passions, to what it is. It's almost like maybe up until this point there's been something that you have been keeping to yourself. I don't want to say that you've been hiding, but something that you've been keeping to yourself. It's not necessarily, maybe a self-epiphany, a self-realization, something that you have learned about yourself. And you've been keeping that to yourself and not sharing that with those that are closest to you. This new insight really is very tender and really very emotional for you. But this new insight, this new tenderness, this new heartache is creating fertile soil, fertile grounds for you to be able to manifest the life that you are wanting to create, manifest, to live the life that you are wanting to manifest that is genuine to you. And you are being divinely protected, divinely guarded for that. Scorpio, this is the perfect time for self-reflection. This is the perfect time, especially since we've been talking about maybe a little bit of overthinking and counteracting that overthinking with writing. Create a list. Create a list that of the things that are no longer serving you. And by creating a list of things that are no longer serving us, that is our way of really letting go of the past. We can write that list down, we can create that list, and it's almost like finding clarity. When we know what we don't want, it helps align us with what we do want. And if we can write down a list of the things that we don't want. We can have a little, maybe a little bowl burning ceremony, a little paper shredding ceremony, or find a ceremony, find a ritual that will help us release that into the universe. I am going to post in the description box a simple little ceremony that you may like to perform. And so this week, what we'll do is we will write a list of things that are no longer serving us. And then next week, as the moon starts to shift, as the moon starts to go into the next phase, we can have a little releasing ceremony. But this week it's about preparing and setting intentions. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Scorpio. Thank you, Scorpio. You have a blessed week.